If you are watching this in the after stream, the post stream, whatever you want to call it, give the stream a like, guys. It is much appreciated. It's much appreciated. Once we get some more people rolling in here, we'll get to talking some more. Anyhow, I'm gonna get some gloves on and get some stuff set up here, and then we'll be ready to rock. Get some gloves on. Hey, thanks for being here, guys. Just getting some gloves on, getting a few things set up, and then I'll be right with you. Let me know if the music's too loud in the chat there.
Street says first to class.
First to class, right on, right on, right on. Hey, let me know. Thanks, guys. Let me know where you're coming from. I love asking who's watching and where you're watching from. Yeah. That's all I got to say about that. Alrighty.
Deborah's from Rochester, New York.
Rochester,
We
New
got
York.
New Jersey, Colorado Springs,
Alright.
Turlock, California, Missouri in the house.
Missouri.
Hi, neighbors.
Oh, the neighbors. Yeah,
Texas,
right on.
Long Beach, California, Europe.
What'd you say? Europe?
Europe.
Europe?
Zanesville, Ohio.
Right on. I don't know where the heck that's
I
at,
don't know
man.
that either. The UK. A lot coming in.
Cool, cool. Hey, thanks for being here, guys. What's that?
So there's too many to even name all of them.
Yeah,
Oh,
aw,
from
come on.
Cleveland.
Put it down even more. Really?
Yeah,
Right. Oh,
Cleveland.
it's good to see some locals here. Amsterdam. In that land, huh? I'll promise I'm gonna tattoo here in a second. Just want to make sure everything's good to go here.
Nathaniel says, what stencil printer did you use for that?
I use the the standard one, guys. The just straight up regular old run the black thing through, spit you out the stencil. It's more up the how did I make? So I made this stencil on Procreate, and I'm gonna have to do a video to show you guys. Oh, my head keeps hitting the camera.
Yeah,
Oh, music's too loud. Yeah. So it's the stencil that we use. The stencil. Anyhow, I can't even speak again today, but I learned it on Instagram actually. Somebody showed me. You kind of do this. It's like 6 steps, but you can take pretty much damn near any image and get kind of this rough stencil looking thing out of it. So that's what I did, and then I just kind of add a few more details here and there with dots and whatnot, and yeah, I'll do a video on that, but it's not my original idea of how to do that. Just full transparency.
we have where did they go? Oh, I lost it. Frostbits says they're in the labor room. His wife's gonna have a baby.
Dude, priorities are on point, man. What? Heck yeah. No, that's cool, man. Congratulations on that. That's awesome. That's awesome.
We got someone from India in here
All
saying I
right.
learned more from your videos, man.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. I learned from my own videos too, because I go back and watch them later, and I go, oh. One thing I learned is that when I'm not live, I'm always singing, like, and it's I had no voice to, I couldn't carry a tune in a bucket, but yeah, I'm always singing. So I'm learning to shut up, but it's not working out too good. It's not just warn people. All right, got that in there. Let's see what else we're gonna put in here.
Raiders Nation says, where are you from, Dave?
We are in Ohio. Ohio. You know what's round on the sides and high in the middle. Ohio. Yeah. Okay, let's see.
Eric says, I want a tattoo from you. I started watching your vids. They've helped the past year big time.
That's awesome. Well, let me know. I know you're. I know. Not clearly, as we can tell by where everyone's from. Not a lot of people are here. Wow, I actually killed the battery. I'm going to switch batteries. Well, it's not dead, but it's about to die, so.
Yeah.
The other battery's a little finicky, so I don't like to use it. It's not a big deal. First time for everything.
Don't quite get what this is, but Lamer says, do you take tours?
Tours, like what? Can people come and say hi and visit? Is that what they meant?
I don't know.
I'm not trying to sound stupid or anything, but I'm not sure what that, if that's what they mean by that or not.
Lame Gaming Dude says, gonna have to make a trip to Ohio soon.
Heck yeah, man, get in.
Eric says, I'm in Cleveland, let's hook it up.
Dude, let's do it. You're in Cleveland, man? Yeah, you're. Let me know, man. Shoot me a DM, let me know. I just ask it, not to sound like a jerk. Nobody, don't waste my time, you know what I mean? If that makes sense. Because if you say, you email me, tell me you want to get tattooed, man, then, I'm like, it's cool idea or whatnot. I'm down to, like, get you booked, Once you're booked, then we can start working on what you want to do and everything like that. But I like to get people booked first, mainly because everybody wants a tattoo, a lot of people do anyhow, and then they just, I don't know, a lot of flaky people, I guess you could say. You'll find that if you've been in tattooing at any point in time. So.
Andy B says,
Andy!
I am in another live stream, Dave. You definitely been busy over the last few days.
Yeah, I've been trying to just kind of do the live as much as I can. I think somebody said that they were able to learn more by just kind of watching me tattoo, and so I thought that's cool. That saves me a lot of editing and whatnot, because that really sucks up a lot of time. And yeah, so.
I want to say Gaia. I think hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Says,
Sure.
Hello, amazing work. I wanted to ask, do you have any advice for a beginner?
Yeah, this is a common question. Don't be in a rush. Do not be in a rush. If you're not a patient individual, then either develop patience or, maybe stay out of tattooing, because it's a patience game, in my opinion. And the other thing too is we can quickly want to transfer over to tattooing real skin, and I think it's important to take your time and practice on fake skin, practice on yourself. I know that's not a popular statement, but in my book, it is popular to me. I think that practicing on yourself is the way to go. Bust out your leg, whatever you got, but take your time. Do fake skin first. That's my suggestion. Fake skin's not like real skin, but you're definitely going to learn your machine and everything much better. You get much more comfortable with things before you start taking up real estate on your body or your friend's body, or because that's how it goes. You're going to tattoo you, fake skin yourself, then either you're going to have to con your friends into, or they're just going to be coming in droves for free tattoos. Just depends on what route you go. So that's my advice. I mean, there's tons and tons more advice. That's just, you're just getting into it. That's my just getting into it advice.
Stanley asks, what do you charge an hour?
$100 an hour is usually what it is, unless I quote you for a job. If I've already quoted you on a job and I go longer than that, that's on me. That's not on the person. And a lot of times I will go a bit cheaper. I'm not really wicked expensive in the world of tattooing, I guess you could say. So yeah, right around $100 an hour. Sometimes it'll equate out. I'll book a job and I'll finish early, so you get you're up a few bucks. Other times, you finish a little later, and then you just had a really good time with the person, and then you give them a better deal. Yeah, so hopefully that kind of answers that question.
Eric says 100%. I'll DM you and set it up for sure.
Awesome, dude. Awesome. I look forward to. What are you thinking about getting while you're there? Any thoughts?
Andy B says, big shout out to Boss Lady doing an amazing job in the background. Thanks,
yeah.
Andy.
Yep, she sure is. Sure is. It makes it a lot easier with her reading the chat because, yeah, it can be tricky to try to. What?
ACs in the stream.
Oh, that's too stinking bad. I ain't turning the AC off. Sorry, guys. I know you can hear that in the stream, but.
Well, they were just asking. They weren't sure if it was an open window
Oh,
or a highway.
I gotcha. No, that's the air conditioner.
Ian says, how do you get clean, bold lines with a 14 round liner?
Clean, bold lines. Angle. Machine angle's key when it comes to tattooing with large needles. It's really going to be the biggest thing. Machine angle. Getting your machine at that 45-degree angle. I like to push needles. I gotta answer one question.
Yeah,
so
you're good.
I like to push needles. So pushing would be like, you're going like this, or you're going like this. Pulling a needle is when you're going backwards like this. No matter which direction you're going in, that's pulling, right? Pushing is you're always going this way, and I do that because I can see the line, and I push. But you gotta be careful when you're pushing. You can, if you're not floating it just right, or the depth isn't right, you're gonna dig in deeper, and blow lines out. But I get much crisper lines that way.
NBL says, have you tried the CNC police cartridges? They're amazing, dude.
Are you kidding me, man? I use them every day. Every freaking stream. People, what needles you using? CNC police cartridges. Oh yeah, I use the heck out of them, man. My favorite is still Quadrant. They're a little bit more pricey, so I only get the ones I need. I really only get the ones that I really like, I guess you could say, and that's going to be this. I think this is a 17 bug pin, and then the 25s, which everybody loves those, huh? Everybody loves them giant needles.
Danik says, so did last night finish with craft dinner, or did you end up eating steak and lobster?
Well, last night I was pooped. So, I don't think anybody ate anything fantastic last night. I think they had. I went.
Oh, we had McDonald's.
Yeah, because you got us some McDonald's on your way back, and me and Steve ate that. Steve made it home safely. Texted me this morning, so that was cool to hear.
Lame Gaming Dude says, any thoughts on art school? Is it worth it?
I have no idea. I've never been to art school. Maybe it's worth it. To me, it's not, but I again have zero. I've never been to art school or participated or anything like that. In art school, I have no idea. I've seen people who have produced some really nice stuff, but I don't think you need it, if that's where you're getting at. Personally, I don't think you need it.
Gremlin says, I copied your gray wash setup, but no matter what, it still comes out dark. Any tips?
Which gray wash setup? Because I changed it, and I'm loving the new style. Yeah, the other stuff was much darker. If you're using the old style of gray wash I was using, then, like I said, you're absolutely going to get much darker results. But let me know. I can let you know the new gray wash setup if you want to know that. I can just tell you it right here, if that's something you guys want to know.
Rebecca just joined from London, England.
London, England, welcome. I have no idea what kind of accent was I don't just. I've got brains fried after too many days.
Eric says, I designed and Procreate a grizzly bear over some water with 3 smaller bears playing in it, all black and gray on forearm.
Oh, this is the guy, what he wants? Is that the guy that wants?
I think so. Yes, it is.
Okay, so you're going to have to repeat that again.
He designed and Procreate a grizzly bear over some water with 3 smaller bears playing in it, playing in it. It's going to be all black and gray on the forearm.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome. It'd be fun to get a little bit of some animal stuff going on there. That'd be cool. We'll do that. Yeah. Definitely. Set it up. Set it up. You can either DM me on Facebook, Instagram, whichever one's better for you. I had an email address where I was having people email me, but maybe I'll use it again. But everybody just seems to just gravitate towards Instagram and DM and all that jazz anyhow. So I think I'll just stick with it like that. If you're new to the chat, let us know where you're tuning in from.
You've got India.
India. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Washington. New Mexico.
New Mexico, huh? That's cool.
Dante says, let's hear the new gray wash setup.
Sure. It's new as of maybe several months ago, but depending on what videos you guys have seen and whatnot. So the first cap, I use dynamic black, just standard. The first cap is 100% black. Fill the whole cap up black. Sorry, I'm going to look at my reference here for just a second. The next cap is 20 drops of black. The next cap is 10 drops of black. And the next cap is 5 drops and then 1 drop. And then I put about 6 to 9 drops in each cap of white. I use a Star Bright mixing white. You can use standard white. It's fine. And then I just stir it on up with a little mixer tool. And I'm sorry, man, I can't think straight. Okay. Full 20, 10, 5, 1. 6 to 9 drops of white in each cap. Then the rest was distilled water and stir it up, and that's it. Okay, there we go. And I'm thinking about even lowering my caps down to, that's like 4 plus a black, and I'm thinking about doing away with one of them. Probably maybe, I don't know which one, but I don't find myself using one of them the most. I think it's like the 20 drop. I don't really use it that much, but I do use it, so it's just, I just pour it anyhow, hopefully.
Gremlin says, how big are the ink caps?
Oh gosh, in that video I link the ink caps because I couldn't remember off the top of my head. I'll have to get back with you guys. Let me know, and I'll try to link it in the chat or in the after the fact somewhere.
They're like the medium ones, right?
No, they're pretty big. They're not the giant ones. I think they're like 17 or something like that. If you find the video, it's called on the channel. It's something like "This Changed Everything for Me," or my black and gray, or whatever it was. In that video, I linked it in, I think, the pinned comments, so that people could go and check them out, even if they're not available or whatever. At least you can see what they were, what size they were, and you can get them elsewhere. Hopefully that makes some sense.
We have Washington State, Colorado, Ontario, Canada, Jersey, England, Newcastle, William Cottam, Preston, England.
Wow, that's cool.
Okay.
Well, thanks for being here.
Memphis, Tennessee.
Memphis, Tennessee. Thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate it, and gals. Like I said, I'll probably just be live for about an hour or so. Say hi. Almost kind of gives me something to do, focus-wise. While we're tattooing. So, anywho, And the lips on this are gonna be red. So.
Ian says, how long did it take you to do realism from when you started tattooing?
Oh gosh, I said I'd never do realism. Like I said I'd never do faces. I would never do any of that stuff when I started. So.
We just had this conversation the other night too.
Yeah. So you just gotta let the process be. That's why you say you gotta be patient. And you're gonna see people do large tattoos and things you want to do, and you're gonna be frustrated. But just be patient. Just be patient. Work on fundamentals. My fundamentals I still work on. Still trying to. Mistakes are always made. Accept that right off the bat. And sometimes you just gotta go for it. Ah, jeez, sorry, earthquake, guys, just hit the camera.
That was just, Boss says, can the camera zoom a little bit more, or is it fixed already?
It's pretty fixed. I don't know. Can I zoom it? I don't want to touch it with my glove. Can you see if you can zoom it? I don't think I can. Oh shoot! Are you kidding me? Right on. Okay.
Yeah.
Then you can back this up more and zoom it in if you want.
Well, then the angle will be off.
Oh.
It's a really good angle.
Okay. Well, I know now, guys. I'll do it better next time. I did not realize I could just zoom in like a camera. I know it sounds stupid, but I just didn't know that.
Jeanne says, are you using full black for the line work, or are you using the matching shade? I commented on one of your videos about matching the line work with the shading about 8 in realism.
I get what they're saying. It depends. Yeah, it depends on where you're at. But yes. So far, I haven't really had to do that too much. A little bit in different places. But yeah, that's definitely a thing. Do it wherever you can. Match it.
William asks, what's the best budget machine for soft shading?
Oh gosh, I don't even know. I really don't know. I mean, again, guys, other than I'll tell you pretty much what machines I have used, period. Like, just straight up in general, for the most part, have been the Cheyenne Hawk pen. That was like my first pen style tattoo machine. Well, actually, I had something before that. I don't even remember what it was. And I bought that one, and that's been good. And then I was making YouTube videos, and people wanted to know what find a budget tattoo machine. And they were telling me that the Cheyenne was just too expensive, and I understood that. So I went and did some research, and I came back with the CNC Q2 because it was, I think at the time, it was like $80, $90 or something. Maybe it was $100. I don't remember exactly. And I thought, yeah, that's a pretty good price for a machine. And so that's pretty much that. All right, so we use CNC. We used a few CNC machines, but the Q2 actually hits kind of hard. For a 3.5 millimeter stroke machine, the CNC Q2 is a pretty hard hitter. I don't know, for a soft machine at a budget. There's so many great machines, man. Just look for something with a 3.5 millimeter stroke that is a non-direct drive. Because I noticed swash plate machines hit a little bit lighter, and that's just in my experience. So I mean, I'm not saying that's science or that's fact. That's just in my experience. The swash plates, 3.5 millimeter stroke with a swash plate should do pretty good.
Nomad Hog says, what is a good first color brand for a new artist for use on real skin? Best place to buy ink?
I don't know the best place to buy ink, guys. I buy my inks in a store. There's a place around here that I get my ink. And I like it because I can legitimately pick out the ink I want. But a good place is, I think I bought ink from them before. Ultimate Tattoo Supply. They're a pretty good provider of supplies like that.
Nathaniel says, can I just be your out-of-state Padawan?
Padawan, yeah.
I can't find a shop to take me due to I can't give my life to them.
Yeah, that's the struggle, guys. And I was there too, and I tried to give my life to them, and my promise is they just kept taking. They just kept taking, and at some point you gotta go. What do I care more about, my family or this place? And I stuck it out for I felt as long as I could with but after a while it just ain't worth it. So I definitely understand where you're coming from. I definitely understand, and yeah, I can't really have Padawans exactly, but I'll try to go live here, guys, as often as I can. You know, depending on the client, depending on everything, and share what I can share. That's ultimately about all I can really do. And again, I don't know everything, guys. Clearly, half the questions you've asked, I have no answer for, right? So, some of it you just figure out. And if you don't know, you don't know. Never be scared to tell somebody you don't know.
NBL says, how do I prevent my stencil from thickening it out while I'm letting it dry?
How do you prevent it from thickening out? Like the lines getting blurry and it kind of smidging and all that while it's drying?
Yes.
Oh, is that what they're saying?
Yes.
Okay. You got to use the right stencil application. Get this stencil I've been using. I can't believe I changed it because in my test I decided, you know, I think I'm gonna stick with what I already have and like and all that jazz. But I used it because all right. So I got tons of stencil solutions from that video I made testing all the stencil solutions. And after all the tests, I found some were really cool, some stuff I didn't know. Check the video out if you're curious. But then I also realized that, you know what, I think I'm just going to stick with stencil stuff because it performed pretty much just as good as anything else. And, but what I didn't like about stencil stuff was that while the stencil came out really crisp, it didn't stick the way I wanted it to stick, as far as like legitimately sticking to the skin. It would come up a little bit, and I'd push it back down to get like a double print. So I tried Nico Hurtado's Anchored, since I had it from that video, and it seemed to work, you know, just like stencil stuff. But it wasn't until I was doing another piece that I already had that stuff out, and I was like, well, I'll just use that. And it was more of a wrapping piece around the arm, and I noticed that the stencil like stuck, you know, and I had to like literally peel the stencil off, which was different, and I wasn't used to that. And it was in that moment I realized, like, wait a second, I think I like this stuff more. And it was a hard pill to swallow, but yeah, I really did. So that's what I've been using, and I rub it in like you would, real thoroughly, plenty of it on there. Don't let it be wet, like wet when you put the stencil on. If it's wet when you put the stencil on, it's gonna get that smudgy lines that you're referring to. That's in my experience, so hopefully that helps.
Nathaniel says, there is stuff called ink stain. I'd like you to review if you ever get a chance.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know what is it?
It's pretty much like stencil stuff.
Oh, is it a stencil stuff solution? Okay.
I'm assuming.
Yeah, I just had no idea what it was, so that's all. Sure.
Boss says, from where you look, the picture that you make right now, old school paper or tablet?
Okay, well, this right here was made with a tablet. I'm not sure the question exactly either, but that much I can answer. This was made with a tablet, the stencil, that is. Again, I'm not sure if that's what they're asking, but that's the answer. That's the answer they're gonna get, because I don't understand the question. How are you doing?
Good.
Doing okay? Sorry, every time I go live, it slows me down because my brain's real
Oh, that's okay.
slow, I guess you could say. And
They're
so-
so freaking fantastic.
yeah, she's been the whole
man.
time. Been the whole time.
NBL says your new gray wash setup is the one where it shows the actual tone you're about to put in, right?
Exactly. I really like it.
Oh, Andy says your reference picture, Dave. Is it on a
Oh,
tablet
it's
or
on a
do you
tablet.
have a paper print by your side?
It's on a tablet. I like to be able to zoom in and take a look at it.
We have Barcelona in the house.
Barcelona. Guys, if you're watching now, we're in the after stream, whatever. Give the channel a like, give the video a like, give the stream a like. One of these days I'll get it together here. Give the stream a like. They just help the channel out. They just help the video get a little bit more reach in the YouTube world. It doesn't really mean anything other than that, as far as I'm aware. Yeah. Thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for hanging out. It's always fun to have other people here while we're tattooing away.
Josh says, Sacramento, California. Love that Batman piece you just did. Love the colors. Been
Awesome.
following your page for 2 years now.
Oh, wow.
Thanks for all the self-help videos.
Awesome, dude. Thank you for for watching the videos, and that means a lot. They would be nothing if nobody watched them. It would be just me running my mouth. So big thanks to everybody who watches the videos.
Bruno says, AVA EP9, $300, pure dope machine with a shader and liner mode. Great for both lining and shading. Cheers from Belgium.
Belgium. There you go, guys. That's another option there. You know, I don't know anything about it, but hey, somebody else is saying that they like it or what have you, and maybe worth giving it a try.
Bentley says, do you or have you used textured needles?
No, I don't. And to be completely honest, I don't really know. I've gone online to look for, as many of you probably have, and seen textured and this, that, and the other. I'm like, I have no idea what that is. I mean, it could be fantastic. Could be missing out on something big time there, but I don't know. Maybe the great thing about being in, having so many different people here right now is we're gonna call on the chat to ask them if they know anything about that, or even if you're watching afterwards, if you want to share. What the heck are these things there? I don't know anything about them.
NBL says, when's the next tattoo critique?
Well, it'd normally be on Sunday, guys, but it's Father's Day. I'm going to pick up my daughter. So unfortunately, it won't be that day.
So next Sunday?
No, I'll do one midweek. I'm just not sure when. That's why I always tell you guys to make sure you're subscribed, turn the notifications on. That way you know when we go live. It's we decided a first come first serve was the best way to do it. So once we go live, as soon as you see that live thing pop up and it says, hey, we're gonna go live, and you want that's your cue to send in your emails. At that moment, email the Art Something account, because I go right off of the first email sent and we go straight up from there. It's pretty much been the only way to keep things, I guess, fair, if you'll call it that, because there's just so many emails, and I know I can't get to everybody, just not possible. That's why I started doing the lives, because I was trying to make videos, about it, but it was just, I'd get 5 in a video, and I was staring down the barrel of like 400 emails. So how do you get everybody in there? Just really can't. So anyhow.
Danik says, break for Andy D for Sunday, LOL.
Yeah, right. Yeah, shout out to Andy for helping me out. It's nice because if not, I'm just talking to myself, you know, and I don't mind talking to myself. It's pretty normal, but it does get. It's nice to have another voice there. If I have to go to the restroom, even it's like Andy's good enough to pick it up and pass on information. So really cool, really cool. And yeah, so keep an eye out for that. We're definitely going to be having another live this week coming up prior to Sunday. Sunday's not going to be the only live. I tried to do one other one, and in the past, I was able to bring somebody on too. So if you guys are watching and you want to get in on that, and you want to, I can send a link out, and you can click the link, and then you can get in on the video with me, and we can critique your work live, like on air or whatever you want to call it. That's probably the most fun. I mean, it's not fun because I hate looking a person in the face and telling them, you know, what I think they could do differently. When who am I to say that to anybody, right? But that's what you guys want, and so that's what we will deliver. Yeah.
NBL says, what voltage range are you working on for this piece?
I'm currently at 8.6 volts with the Bishop Wand shader. Bishop Wand shader. If you guys get the opportunity to, obviously it's not cheap either, but the Packer's actually probably the most all-round machine. Best Bishop Wand Packer, that is. Best all-round. It can do everything in my opinion. But I do love the Bishop Wand shader for simply shading. It has a much softer hit. You have much more time to work in the skin. Excuse me, I'm burping as usual. You can get way more passes before you got to worry about really damaging stuff. With that 4.2 millimeter stroke, you do want to be just a little bit gentle, a little careful with how many passes you're making, because it can go from good to hurting quick. And obviously a lot of other things to play into that, hand speed and whatnot as well. Too fast, too slow. But the key is, remember, the ink has to go into the dermis, so you gotta put the ink into the skin. I know it's, again, sounds kind of stupid, but
Boss says, how is the client feeling? They're pretty quiet.
Oh, I don't know. How you feeling?
I'm good.
She's very nice. She just, you know, not a big fan of these big mags. And her favorite, she said, was that 25. It's like, wait a second, I didn't say that. Oh, shoot, that was me. That was my favorite.
You're not even flinching, not even wincing, nothing.
Just giving it all she's got right now. She's doing good.
Kenneth says, how much time is reasonable for between packing sessions for the skin to heal?
Oh, between sessions, I like to give it a month if I can. Let everything fully heal if you can. That's me though. I mean, if somebody wants to get back in a couple weeks, I mean, I don't know, you're packing color. If you're going right over top of the same exact spot you just were, then it's best to give it a little bit more time. A month, I'd say. But again, that's just me. Let's see.
Sarah says, beautiful. So much love for your work and all your shared knowledge. Please keep it up.
It's awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Andy B says, hey Dave, I am the same as you. I always leave client approximately 4 weeks.
Yeah, it's just best. No point in being in a rush. Make sure it's healed. It's about a month. Things are usually healed up. So yeah.
Inktenseam says, watching from Jamaica.
Jamaica, yeah man. I don't even know why I keep pretending like I know accents, or I can. You know, he's about as bad as me trying to sing, you know. Like, maybe not quite as bad as that's pretty bad, but.
I don't know. We're kind of even.
Damn, lady, harsh, man, harsh.
T Baby says, which bishop did you say was better overall? I need a good packer for color, but if I could get one good for lining and packing, that would be better.
Yeah, if you want a liner and a packer, get the Bishop 1 packer. That's what I do all my lining and packing with straight up. I mean, there's plenty of other machines, there's all kinds of stuff, but if you're asking what I personally prefer to use right now in life, it is definitely the packer and the shader. And the packer for packing and lining, and the shader for shading. I just find you can't really go too wrong there.
Chiffon says, what are you using to keep it from getting so messy when you wipe the area?
Just a dry paper towel right now because I still have Stencil here, so I don't want to use a wet paper towel. So yeah, just a dry. I usually use blue shop towels, but I didn't keep up with them, and I had to make another order. So I'm using Bounty, which is what I originally used, and once I went to the blue shop rags, I was like, ooh, these are nice. But these are nice too. So anyhow, anywho-de-hoo.
Enrico says, hi, I'm Enrico and I'm Italian. What
Wow.
machine do you use in this video?
Alright, I'm using the Bishop 1 shader in this video. I'm going to come back to the nose. Can you pour me some reds, please? Small caps. We'll just kind of, I'm probably going to end up doing the hair last, guys. But I want to get these lips in before my hand wipes the stencil off, I guess you could say.
NDL says, do you have any merch for sale? If not, that'd be awesome for us to show our support for you. I'm actually going to hopefully be making shirts soon.
Yeah, Alicia's learned how to do some screen print. We do technically. It's through, what's that drop shipment company? I don't even remember now.
Teespring.
Teesprings, but
I don't like them.
I don't really like the quality is not the greatest, and it's hit or miss, and
their prices have gone up.
The prices are just a little pricey for a t-shirt, in my opinion. So anyhow, I guess I'm trying to look out for you guys and give you a decent product. So probably gonna start just making our own eventually. But if you want, you can run over there to the Teespring account. Should be linked in the description or somewhere around there, and pick one up and try one out for yourself.
Sorry.
Anyhow. But thank you for that, by the way. Thanks for just the thought of wanting to support the channel like that. It's awesome. Appreciate you. Take your time, you no rush.
Well, there was another question.
That's fine. I'm just getting the base tone of the nose put in.
Kenneth says, do you use a lot of whites in your highlights, or is it usually just natural skin? How do the whites hold up for you? Do they typically break down quickly?
I don't use a lot of white, period. We'll probably have some white in this. There might be a little more white in this one than others, but no, I don't really like to use a lot of white. Excuse me. It holds up all right, but I like it to work without it, I guess. I don't know.
I like Danik's idea for a shirt.
What's that?
Put your face on a t-shirt and write, "Fear the beard."
Oh, that's cool.
That'd be pretty dang dope, man.
I don't know who the heck wants to roll around with my face on that shirt, though.
Well, I have to stare at it every day, so.
So what does that mean?
I'd wear a shirt like that, maybe.
I have to stare at it every day. What does that mean? I'd wear a shirt like that.
I don't know.
Uh-huh.
How we got ready and full of me.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be a good one.
Jarvis says, quick tips on doing portraits. I'm still having trouble with mine.
Quick tips. Make sure you can draw one first. Make sure you can draw one. You know, if you can't draw it, then you're certainly not gonna be able to tattoo it. That's like, seems to be an odd one. Again, that goes for anything, guys. Anything. And when I mean draw it, I don't mean like you sit down and draw the doggone thing out. I couldn't sit down and just like draw out a face, but create a stencil. Okay, create a stencil. If you're on a tablet or whatever, create a stencil on your tablet. Take the opacity down to almost nothing, so when you print it out on paper, you can barely see it. Okay, now shade the whole thing. Okay, that's how I practice. And it's pretty much how you're gonna tattoo, because you have a stencil. That's a stencil, and it goes away as you tattoo. So yeah, hopefully that's what I would do. That's what I would do. And then make sure you're confident, at least somewhat confident, in your gray washes. If you're not confident in your gray washes, then geez, that's a real tough. It's real tough. So make sure you're confident in your gray washes. Maybe lean this way as far as you can. Sorry.
Janet says they'd get that shirt.
You guys would get the doggone shirt, huh? I'm gonna hold you to it if I make the stinking shirt.
Who's gonna make the shirts?
I don't know yet. I haven't talked to anybody about it yet.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys know anybody, let me know.
You're so lucky.
Oh, you were gonna do. You were gonna make the shirt. I did. Oh, okay. My bad. All right, guys. So.
Tonga says, thank you for the portrait tip. Makes 100% sense.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I encourage you to do it too, you know, like just yeah, because I said I'd never tattoo a face. And just a little at a time as I practiced here and there. I didn't sit down every day and do it. If you sat down every day, you would probably be blown away by what you could do. But again, you gotta practice tattooing as well. You know, you gotta know what you're doing with the tattoo, period, first.
George says, what's up? Watching from Mexico City.
Oh yeah, what's up, George? Thanks for the support from Mexico City, man. It's awesome.
How's Marilyn doing?
How's Marilyn doing? I'll ask him. Well, we have to. Let's see. Hello. Yeah, come take a look. Come take a look. We're just getting up into her face and putting some red in
The lips.
the lips. So.
Sweet.
Yeah. It's been a fun one here, and she's been super patient, super chill. So.
Are you dying over there?
Not really. Man. Not even eye twitch or anything.
Is that what you look for in people?
I do.
Are those damn
That's the
eyes?
first thing that goes. It's a little...
Are their eyes twitching? Brr, 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 brr. There's some whispering over there. hit that cookie. I don't know why I said ow, it's not like it hurt, but it kind of shocked me.
Normal
So-
reaction.
Right. What's been the most painful part so far?
I think the bottoms.
Yeah, all that black and around the letters and stuff on the words. That makes sense.
And somewhere there more towards the armpit.
Towards over here, or
Yeah.
over here, towards her
Yeah.
armpit. Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty brutal too.
Okay, that sounds good.
How's this part of the shoulder right here?
It's not bad.
That's cool.
Not too long we got planned, really. Kevin says, Falcons all the way, baby.
Oh, they said right on.
Andy B says, don't forget to put on the back of the t-shirt. This cost me a spa day with steak and lobster.
Oh, dang. All right. We'll have a separate T-shirt just for the insiders here, the ones
Steak and
who,
lobster? Heck yeah.
the ones who know what we're talking about.
NBL says, when you rinse your needles to switch colors or tones, is it fine if there's still a little left over in the cartridge of the old color?
Absolutely. But what I do is I just kind of keep dipping it, wiping it like this. So if I were to dip this in water, I would take it like this, just backstroke, right? Needle's not really touching, and it's gonna shoot the water out. And depending on, oh, this wasn't even in camera. So I go like this, right? Boom, boom, boom. After I rinse it, boom, 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 bam, shink, 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 shink. And once you just have water coming out, even though you're looking in there and you see a bunch of like dark stuff, as long as it's just water coming out, you should be fine. Take a little extra time if you're going from a dark tone down to a light tone or color. You may want to take an extra, minute or so and make sure you got it real good and clean. But if you're going from a lighter to a darker, it's not nearly as bad.
Bentley says,
Bye, Cindy.
do you have a preferred style of tattoos?
Yeah, what I'm doing right now, black and gray, semi-realism. That's what you would consider this. This is considered semi-realism because, like, real realism is, I think, in my opinion, just kind of like some Nico Hurtado kind of stuff. That's just like, holy crap, where that takes a whole nother level, in my opinion, of focus and whatnot.
Lost says, what is the biggest tattoo that you have made already?
Oh gosh, biggest tattoo. I don't know, babe. What's the biggest tattoo? Like, I don't even know. I mean, we've done entire sleeves, so I don't really know. Like, what
Yeah.
does? I guess I've never done a ginormous back piece.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I think that one might be coming up soon, actually.
You know what I want on my own back?
Yeah.
Angel rings.
Angel wings,
That'd be
classic,
cool.
classic. We'd have to do them like cool, so they'd be different. You know what I mean?
Right.
Have to come up with a cool, sort of fun design.
Chongo asks,
Some realistic looking ones.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I feel like I'm not sure whatever.
which ink brand do you highly recommend?
Here's the thing about that is I can only recommend what I use and I have used, and I really do like Eternal, but again, that's mainly because I use it a lot, and Intens because those are the kind that the local place sells, and so therefore that's the brands that I use, because I like to be able to pick my my colors out, like right on the spot and get exactly what I want or whatnot. The only thing I don't like about Intens is the doggone bottles. They always clog up where the ink comes out, where you pour it out, it gets clogged, and that drives me insane. So yeah, that's the only downside for me on those. But again, I guess that's kind of petty in the realm of things, I guess you could say.
Kenny says, I always said I would never tattoo fur. And then my first tattoo on another person was a fox.
That's how it goes. And sometimes it's good to tattoo the things you don't even like to tattoo. Because there's things you like to tattoo, and then there's things that you can tattoo. And if you're obviously if you're an established artist, that's something different. But if you're only tattooing what you like to do, then you're probably not going to get to tattoo that much stuff. And then before you know it, you might find that something you didn't like to tattoo before is something that you really enjoy tattooing. And that's how I am with like face, not that I like want to tattoo faces all day, every day, but they're kind of fun, where before it was like, God, no. Now it's like, yeah, that's cool. Something different. Let me have fun with that, So yeah, that's...
Kenneth says, sounds like you may be having some microphone issues. Heads up.
I don't know what to do.
Just a heads
Ask
up.
them in the chat. Ask other people, how's it sounding? Is it sounding bad? Am I talking quiet? Sometimes I can talk quiet. The microphone is far away from me. And I was talking to Alicia, aka the boss, about getting some a microphone for the setup, or maybe just getting a different camera that's better apt for this, that has a microphone on it. Try to get a little more professional with the streams. I don't know if professional is the word, but proficient. I don't know. Pick your word. That's gonna be the next step. So I apologize, guys, if it's really hard to hear us.
Oh no. Slush Inc. says, I was watching your stream with my wife while driving last night.
Oh,
got sideswiped in my rental.
Oh, dude. What?
He says, story to tell.
Yeah, man. I'll have to have you guys sign some paperwork before you get into the chat here. Not liable. Not liable. Yeah. Damn, man. I'm really sorry to hear that. Hopefully everybody's okay. Just in general, that sucks.
Alright, they say, well, Chungo says, you're good. I can hear you all the way from Brisbane, Australia.
Right on. I'm pretty loud, though, man. I didn't think I was hollering that loud. You can hear me that far, but
Alright, they're saying that it's good.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just gets bad for certain people sometimes.
They say it fades in and out as you move away.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's what I want to fix. And I think getting sorry.
You're
trying
good.
to do something right now. Yeah, go ahead.
Walden says, do you think tattoo art could be a long-term job? I mean, until what age do you see yourself doing this?
I don't know.
So your back can't take it
Till my
anymore?
back can't take it anymore, my eyeballs give out, and then by then, hopefully, I'll have shared enough knowledge with enough people that somebody will support my ass. I don't know. No, I'm just kidding.
That's when the boys will start tattooing.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Business.
I'd love to eventually, not just be me in the shop. I love having the privacy of the shop and whatnot. But you know what? Sometimes that's when it's time to maybe just be a shop owner, shop manager, something like that. I don't see myself leaving the tattoo world, period. I don't see it, but like I said, I didn't see myself tattooing either, though, so who the hell knows?
Roman asks, what stencil solution do you use? He just joined the chat.
Yeah, that's cool. Stencil stuff is good, so definitely if you're using it, don't be afraid to continue using it. It's definitely good stuff, but I started using Nico Hurtado's Anchored, and I really like that it sticks better. It really actually genuinely, hit the camera again. It makes the stencil truly stick, if you will. So when you literally have to like peel the sucker off, and it's very crisp. I'd used Electrum for a little while, and I really was not too satisfied with it. It stuck as well, like it made the stencil stick, and you have to peel it up, but it came with a cost because it kind of made everything smudgy, smudged everything out, and I wasn't really too keen on it. Yeah. Thanks for being here, guys. If you're just getting into the chat, let us know where you're from, where you're coming in from. Because then other people will be like, hey, I'm from there. And then you guys can start talking. Get to know each other. All right? That's the biggest thing here. Get to know each other. Make contacts, make friends, follow each other on the Grammys, on the Grams, on the Facebooks.
Andy B says, get Bluetooth wireless mic, clips onto shirts, and receiver plugs into camera.
I have that. I have two of them. The Rode video mic set.
Yes.
I wonder if there's an adapter. There's probably an adapter for an iPhone. But yes, I do have those, and I use those a little bit while Steve was here. You'll see that video coming out probably in a couple weeks. We just kind of documented him being here. Obviously, recorded some of the tattoos and whatnot. So again, you guys will be able to see those probably next week or the week after that or something along those lines.
Shush Inc. says, can't make this up. We just listened to audio only while driving. The cop was like, WTF. I didn't want to miss what you said about FK irons.
Oh, yeah, no. I really don't know enough about it. It's just some of their stuff, it's just a little gimmicky. Then they were kind of charged, especially like their batteries and stuff like that. Anytime, and I'm not saying anytime, but if any of you guys know anything about the vaping community there when it first started, I was trying to quit smoking and stuff, and people were always coming. Different products, and it was like a lot of it, they were software updates. You know, you could update the software and this, that, and the other, but nobody ever actually updated any software. There was never anything for it. So anytime I see something like that, I'm just like, oh gosh, here we go. More sounds good, but do nothing with it, right? They never had a software update. I think they do that just in case they want to, but nobody ever actually updates anything. So as a selling feature, I just think it's kind of stupid. But again, that's just my...
Enrico says, what do you think of the CNC We Pro tattoo machine?
I like it, man. It's my backup machine. It's literally sitting right over there. Yep. It's a swash plate machine. It hits kind of, you know, not like a tank, but if you're lining some decent size, you can do it. It's a good all-rounder. I like how the batteries come with it. Easy to read, magnetize on. It's just a simple product, and there's plenty of other simple products, guys. So I'm not really trying to shill for any company.
Tom says, I've been using FK irons for a couple of years now and love it.
Oh, see, there you go, right? So
it could be a hit and miss.
It's not necessarily hit and miss. It's more for the company than the product. Then that's really cool. See, and a lot of people use them. A lot of people. I see them all the time using them. And if you like a machine, you like a machine. I know there's people who are, you know, hated the CNC Q2. Like, oh, why would you? It's garbage. It's like, all right, well, I freaking liked it. I don't know. What do you want me to tell you? So, you know, to each their own, I guess. Sorry, this is... What's that? Oh, okay. So, hey, guys, we're going about 10 more minutes or so. Thanks for just hanging out while we work a little bit on this face. Again, if you guys want to see this when it's done, you can head over to the Instagram and the Facebook, and it'll be at daveinks.88 on Instagram and Death Punch Inc. on Facebook if you want to see it. Again, I usually post them like the next day, so it might be up tomorrow. So go take a look. I did post yesterday's tattoo this morning before we started tattooing today. So if you want to check that out, you can do that. If you're in the local area or you want to get tattooed, just send me a DM and make sure you're serious though, okay? Because I don't want to take time away from what I'm doing unless you genuinely are prepared to get tattooed in the near future, okay? So anyhow, that's that. Any final questions before we start to wrap this up? And gonna give her a little break here, guys. She's been sitting fantastically, but
Shush Inc. says, do you still meet gatekeepers? I got drilled at my last convention.
Drilled? What does that mean? You got, like, people give you a hard time for...
I don't know.
Huh. I don't know. I don't meet... People always... they will come in and they will tell me about different tattoo artists in my area. And they'll ask me if I know certain people. And I don't, because I just... I stay in my bubble. So no, I don't really know a lot of people, so therefore I can't really tell you. People have been less asshole. Oh, I'm trying to get better with my mouth, guys. I'm trying to get rid of that military mouth, I call it. So there's been less, I don't know, rude people on lately. They've been nicer. I haven't been getting hate mail and stuff, so that's a plus. That tells me that more and more people are, getting on board with the fact that we're just people trying to help each other do stuff, and we're not trying to take their jabs, okay? No one's trying to take another person's earthquake again. No one's trying to take anybody's job or anything. We're just trying to help each other out. It's literally all it is.
Roman says, I have the FK iron flux and my seal ring broke.
Oh,
I live in Germany and they wanted 80 pounds? What? I'm not sure what that's was.
euros,
Yeah,
pounds,
for a
something
new
like that.
one, including shipping, and that was just for the ring.
Oh wow, that sucks. Luckily, I haven't had a machine like fail on me. But again, I always keep a backup just in case. And like I said, my current backup is the CNC Wii Plus. The CNC Wii is also pretty good too. Simple machine, works the way it's supposed to. The 2 batteries charge well, they magnetize to it. It's just a simple concept. And they're not the only ones with simple concept, machines, but oh my gosh, here come the burps.
Devin says, do you like to dampen your towels to wipe ink off, or do you keep them dry?
I like to dampen my towels, but only when the stencil is dry, or I feel like the piece, I don't have to worry about losing anything. Okay, we lose some hair spots here and there, but that's what you have a reference for. As long as the bulk of it's there, we'll recreate it,
Ethan says, if my tattoo artist overworked my tattoo or went deep, will tattoo fade? I got big scabs and it took ink with it.
Oh, so the scabs came off and took ink, huh?
Yeah.
So what's the actual question? I'm sorry.
I'm wondering if it's gonna fade or if it'll be okay.
Oh, because the scabs came off?
Yeah.
It's hard to say. It'll probably fade, depending on how much came off and all that jazz. But yeah, you gotta be careful with them. They will. But if you have issues, get with your artist. Like I say, I mean, we can't predict how things heal. I mean, you try to predict. I guess I should say we try to predict exactly how things are going to heal. But some people, skin reacts differently. Whatnot. Sometimes things just don't go as planned exactly. So if you have any issues, just get with your artist and let them know. And they should be decent human being and want the work that they have out there in the world to be as good as they can get it. At least you would think. So, and if you're,
go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's it. Go ahead.
Shush Inc. says, thanks, Dave. You're the reason why I tattoo now.
That's awesome, dude. That is awesome. I'm glad. I really am. I'm really, really glad that. Sorry, I'm looking away from the camera. I'm glad, man. I'm really glad the channel could. I think it inspires more than anything. And I think that's what we do probably the most is just try to inspire, I suppose, would be the word.
Walden says, who's your favorite rap MC? Sorry for untopic.
Huh. Well, I'll probably sound like a wackadoodle. But the only real rapper I listened to was Eminem, right? Right?
Yes.
Okay. And then, people are like, oh, fuck. Anyhow. No, but what is that other guy? Oh, gosh. Man, there's another guy I really like, but apparently I don't really like him that much. I can't remember what his stinking name is. I don't know. Good question. Sorry, bad answer. I don't really listen to more rock music than anything. And even then, not enough. So, all right, guys, last couple minutes. I'm going to give her a break, and then we're going to get back into this finalize it, knock out the hair. Oh, jeez, just punched you right in the... Slap Marilyn around over here. And then we got to make sure we don't forget her beauty mark there.
Yes.
Gotta have the beauty mark.
Tourette says that shading is
Tourette's.
Ortals. I don't know. Alright. That shading is looking smooth. Nice.
Thank you.
Danik says, you gonna pop some white in those lips, Dave?
Of course, you know it, Danik. I'm gonna pop it in there. I'll pop it right on in there. Pop it so hard in there. That sounds horrible. Oh my god, I didn't mean it to sound like that. Oh my gosh. Even
you say I'm the bad one.
well, I'm thinking like, just
Sure. Just dig yourself deeper, honey.
yeah, I'm trying to be
Andy
trying to be
B
better.
says, quality peace, Dave, as per usual, bro.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it, Andy. Really do appreciate you, man. I appreciate all you, really do. It's fun to jump on and say hi as we're working here. It's just a slow and tedious thing. That's why I always tell you, if you ain't got no patience, you might want to find a different gig, because it's a two-person operation. You as the tattooer have got to be patient, and as the client as well, because if you've ever been tattooed, you're always thinking, what are they going to go over that? Oh, they're going over it again. It's got to be enough. No, another time. Okay, they left it. Whew, thank God. 5 seconds later, they're back in there. What is going on here, man? That's it. I'm done. I'm about to walk. No, I can't walk. I can't leave here. The thoughts that go through the brain while getting tattooed are wild, So,
Says, how are you doing, Dave?
how am I? I'm doing fine. But I'm doing fine. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this off for you guys real quick. A little bit tired, but mainly hungry. But thank you.
Well, I know that's why you.
But again, hey, if any of you guys are in the local area, Cleveland, or you don't have to be local, but if you feel like driving or anything, hit me up. Let me know. We will get you in. We got openings in July and whatnot. So if that's something you're interested in, you just want to come by and say hi, let me know. I'm going to stop here. Let me take my gloves off real quick. And I'll grab the camera. I'll show you what we got real quick. And then I will say goodbye to yous. So here we go. We got Marilyn Monroe's signature down here. We got her little mini version. And then at the top. All right, guys. Well, I will see you all later. Thank you for being here. And I love you. Appreciate you. And until next time, peace.